Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 125 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, September 3rd, 2022, and it's a muggy, hot, late summer kind of day here. It's supposed to be autumn. I want autumn temperatures. Anyway, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy it here, and I hope you stick around to see what I'm up to week by week. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back for another week to see what I've accomplished since you saw me last time. I am so happy to have you here with me as always. Today I'm drinking out of my little autumn type mug that I bought recently. I'm drinking Fresca. The hubby and I were away for a couple days, just an overnight, Thursday into Friday, and we got ourselves some treats. So he got a drink that he liked, and I haven't had Fresca in a long time, so I bought a 2-liter jug of Fresca. So I'm drinking flat Fresca now because the bubbles are mostly gone. But I love Fresca, and I don't get a hold of it too often, so it's always fun when I get a bottle of Fresca. So there's a weird little side note for you guys. So anyway, I've had a busy week, I've had a productive week, and it's all good. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway this week, or during this podcast. I'll talk more about that at the end, so if you want to come back or stick around till the end of the video, I'll talk about what I'm planning on giving out to a lucky winner or so. Alrighty, so in the past week I cast on something new and I finished it. I know last week I was saying that while the hubby and I were going to be away for an overnight, that I was thinking I'd take some of my yarn and maybe make a hat or two to include as gifts in the giving box. Someone commented something about charity knitting, and I like to call it just, it's a gift. And I don't care who it's going to. It's a gift. I'm making it and I'm giving it to someone. And it will be going in the blessing box once it starts getting cold enough that somebody actually might want to wear a hat. So this is the Drover and Classer Plain Beanie by Rachel Laves. And I used some of my own hand-dyed sport weight yarn. I used 1 skein of that. I used about 59 grams. The pattern has, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. There are 3 sizes. I did the middle size. So it used 59 grams, and here it is. I think it turned out really neat. It's a little bit slouchy. It's a little bit on the oversized side. It fits nicely around my head, and granted I've got a large melon. I've got a big head. And it's got a little bit of a slouch to it. There's about 2 inches of 2x2 or 1x1 ribbing, and then stockinette until you do the decreases for the crown. And I used, what did I have? 3.25 millimeter or US 3 for the brim, and 3.75 or US 5 for the top part of the hat. And I like it. I'm not going to put it on because I'm already sweating and I do not need a wool hat on my head. No. But I'm really happy with this. It turned out really nice. So there's 1 hat to go in the blessing box at our church later in the fall. So I'm planning on knitting more. I'd like to use the rest of the skein. There's 41 grams left. So what I think I might do is I might do possibly the same size as this one. I might do the brim in this yarn and then hold a strand of, alternate doing rows, either 1 or 2 rows of the bare yarn and the dyed yarn. And again, this is my own hand dyed yarn. I wish I had written down what I did because I kind of like the way it looks. It's very multicolored. It's got so many colors in it, and I do not know how on earth I made this. That's one of the disadvantages of just playing around with dye and seeing what you get. If you didn't take notes, you'll never remember you probably will never remember what you did, especially if it's some oddball kind of way of doing it. But what I think I'll do is the brim, I'll use the rest of that skein. I'll do the brim in this yarn, and then I'll alternate 1 or 2 rows bare, then the color, bare, color, and continue all the way up to the top. And I think that'll use up a good part of the yarn. Because I do want to use, it's almost a half skein of yarn, and it needs to be used. I don't want to have it just sort of languishing with a half a skein of yarn and not knowing what to do with it. So I think that's what I will do with that. I had another cake or another skein of the yarn that I caked up and took with me. I didn't have enough time to knit 2 hats while I was gone. I'm honestly not that fast a knitter. I never would have finished 2 hats while I was gone. As it is, I finished this hat just this morning. I was almost finished it last night, but I was getting really fuzzy and sleepy and thought I don't need to try doing the last 5 or 6 rounds of decreasing and tucking in the tails before I went to bed, so I just did it this morning. So, but I'm happy with it. I like it. I love the colors, and I'm excited to put it into the blessing box and let somebody who needs it adopt it for the winter. So that's my new cast on and finished object for the week. I also spent a fair bit of time working on my Empress top. Now this is a pattern by Sari Nordlund, and I've been working on this sweater since I think April. It's long overdue to be finished. And I am getting excited because it is getting closer to being finished. So for this, I'm using Loops and Threads Wool-like in this really pretty purple color. It is a nylon acrylic blend, or nylon and what does it say the actual blend is? Acrylic and nylon, 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. So we'll see. I bought this yarn and I bought a bunch of them. I thought they'd be good for socks, but they're a little bit too thin for socks. And when you bought them, you had to buy a packet of 3. So I bought a bunch, about 7 or 8 different colors of yarn. There's purple, there's blue, there's a whole bunch of them. So if I like how this sweater turns out, the purple one turns out, I am quite likely going to make more using this yarn, because there's a lot of yardage on here. There is 678 yards in a 100-gram ball of yarn. So there's a lot of yardage. So I'm probably going to easily finish this top using only 2 skeins of yarn. And that's pretty cool because it's a larger size. It's not a dainty small little size. So my size requires lots of yardage. So my progress this week on my Empress top, I'm happy with my progress. I'm all tangled up. I've got all kinds of ends that need to be dealt with, but right now the back is finished. I just have it on stitch holders until I'm ready to do up the sleeves. And I picked up or re-picked up, because I had the front stitches I had on a stitch holder while I did the back. So I've got that back this morning. I got that back on the needles and have started on the back doing the armhole decreasing, and then I'll continue on. So I've only done a little bit, about an inch maybe, and I'm not done with the armhole, the shaping for the armholes. So the front is starting. I think I need to go about 7 or 8 inches from this marker until it's time to start doing the shoulder shaping, or yeah, I guess the shoulder shaping along the front. So this potentially, the body, the front and back could be done, I'm hoping this week. I'm hoping, I don't think I'm planning on casting on anything new. I might continue to be monogamous knitting on this one for the next week, and hopefully I can get it finished. And then once the front is done, then it's time to pick up for the sleeves and get those done. So hopefully this is done soon. At least I hope I have the front finished before I see you again. So my stitch marks, I have, talk about improvising. I had a large stitch holder holding all of the stitches across the front portion, and it somehow shifted around and 2 stitches came off. And so I panicked, caught them. Thankfully I caught it right away. I got them caught and fixed. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't have that problem on the shoulders, because once you finish the front portion, you'll take the shoulder stitches on the front and the back, and you Kitchener each of the shoulders, you'll Kitchener those together. So I didn't want that to happen, or I didn't want needle or stitches to come off the holders again, because I thought that was not good for the heart. So what I ended up doing was, when I sleep, I put those little foam earplugs in while I'm sleeping, because we get a lot of ambient noises you hear every day, every time when I film. All the traffic noises and whatnot. We're close to the fire hall, we're close to the hospital, so we hear sirens quite often. And I sleep with earplugs in at night, and my husband snores. So I sleep with earplugs in. So I bought a big box of them on Amazon with like 100 pair of these little orange foamy earplugs. And so I took a packet of those, opened it up, and I jammed them on the end of the needles. So that's what these little fancy stoppers are on here. They're little foam earplugs. It works. They're sticking on there. There's no way that my stitches are going to escape on. They're not going to escape again. So I'm nice and safe. So that's good. So that's my oddball way of hanging on to stitches, and they won't escape on me like those ones on the front did. So I don't want that to happen again. So that's it for knitting content. I got some rambling to do though. If you want to stick around for that part, or do we want to talk about the giveaway first? Let's talk about the giveaway first. So 125 episodes I've done. I can't believe that. So what I'm going to do for my giveaway is, I've got a couple things I want to gift to somebody. The first thing is my duplicate copy of Vogue Knitting. I have a second copy of this now. So I'm going to gift that to someone. So for this I'm going to give out 2 prizes. This is the first one. And this one I'm only going to have, for this one, open only to people in the US, because it's heavy. And to ship this out of country will cost a fortune. The postal costs keep going up. It'll be too expensive to ship this heavy beast outside of the US. So that's the first prize. So I'll make a note what the rules are for this. I'll talk about that in just a couple minutes. But this has all kinds of stitch patterns, tons of different stitch patterns, and how to do buttonholes. It's a really cool book, but I have 2 copies of it now. And I don't need 2 copies of it. So I'm going to give this to somebody who lives in the US. So that's the first thing I'll give away. The second thing I'll give away is a skein of one of the skeins of my sport weight hand-dyed yarn. I will insert a picture here in just a minute that'll show a picture of all of these skeins, and the winner can choose which skein they would like. The skein of yarn I will ship international, anywhere in the world, because it's not heavy. It's 100 grams. It's not overly expensive to mail that to anywhere in the world. So the second prize is going to be 1 skein of the sport weight yarn that I dyed myself. And again, I'll put a picture in so you can, whoever wins will be able to choose what, will be able to choose which skein they would like. It's the winner's choice. I will do a random number generator or random YouTube selector thing to pick the 2 winners. If the second one that I choose turns out to be somebody who's in the US, that's fine. Or if the first prize, if they are outside the US, then I will redo that draw. So to enter, 3 things. I'd like for you to be a subscriber to my channel. Especially if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Second, like this video. And third, leave a comment, anything, just some kind of comment in the comment section, because that's how the random selecting thing, that's how it chooses. It picks on the comments. So in your comment, please indicate whether you live in the US or outside the US. And then that way I will be able to know whether, if somebody who gets drawn first, suppose the first person who's drawn is outside the US or tells me that they live in the UK, just for an example, I'll know that I need to redraw because that person won't, I can't ship a heavy book outside of the US, just for cost reasons. And the second prize for the skein of yarn, that's for anyone around the world. I will keep this open for a week. I will close this next week, so a week from today, next Saturday, when I film my next podcast, which will be next Saturday sometime. So it'll be open until Saturday, next Saturday. So a week from today, which is the 10th of September, which is actually my husband and I, it's our wedding anniversary. So I'll be filming sometime in the afternoon next Saturday, and I will choose the winners. I'll probably do a separate video that will announce the winners of the giveaway. So that's that part taken care of. What else? Oh yeah, we went to our little farmer's market this morning. I got another little medium-sized bouquet. This is really full and all kinds of goodies in there. The flowers hiding underneath all the leaves. Very pretty. I really like it. I love all these. I love all the flowers I get from that little shop. So I got that. And then this week at the market, once each year in the summer when they have the market open, they have what they call the kids market. And what they do is they open up and have little booths or little tables for kids to sell something. And it's things that they have made. Either it's cookies or treats or things like that, or it's crafts that they've created or art that they've created. So the hubby and I went looking around and we bought a bunch, and pretty much all the stuff is quite inexpensive. And so we like to support these kids that are doing this, and so we bought quite a few things. We bought a thing of trail mix for like $1. We bought a thing of Rice Krispie, those Rice Krispie squares, a baggie with I think 4 of them for $1. We bought a bag of apples. I don't know if that was a kid that was selling the apples or if that was just the family, but anyway, we bought a bag of apples. And a thing of little pumpkin, just a little miniature muffins. There were 3 in the pack, so we had to split one in half. My husband bought a little spray paint painting. I think that was the most expensive thing we bought. I think he said that was $6, but he loved it, so that was his treat. And I got a few things. I bought a little crocheted dishcloth. Can't remember how much it was, but the girl said she crocheted herself, and she was probably maybe 10. She's quite a young girl, so it's really cool to see a youngster doing this. So that's really nice, and I use these. I use handmade dishcloths in my kitchen for doing dishes, wiping counters, all that stuff. I always like using handmade ones. My husband got me a keychain with the K. So that one's, I like that. That's really cool. And I bought a sticker. This girl had a booth set where she had done a bunch of those diamond painting artwork. And she had a bunch of large size, like decent size pieces of work she had done that she was selling. And those were a little bit expensive. They were $35, $45, $50, which is fine because there's a lot of work that goes into those. And plus the kit itself is expensive to buy. So she was selling a bunch of those, but she also had some stickers. And so I got this one. It is so stinking cute. I love this little one. I saw one that was a mouse, and I thought he was really cute. And then I spotted this little cutie. That's it. She's coming home with me. I have no idea where I'm gonna put this, but this is coming home, or this came home with me. Oh, we also bought a set of 3 little fridge magnets, and those were really cute, but they were like 3 for $1. And the 2 boys, it was so sweet, they were telling me, because I couldn't choose which one I wanted. My husband was still over a couple tables over talking to the young girl who did the spray paint, or using spray paint cans for doing artwork. He was talking with her, and I didn't have any money in my pocket, so I was just chatting with these boys. And so I had chose one, and so I wanted to know, well, which one do you like? Which one do you think I should, which is the second one you think I should get? And which is the third one? So they were just chatting away. So it was really sweet. And so by the time my husband was done, then we were good by then I had selected the 3 that I wanted. And then we went to one more booth, and they had different earrings. And so I was looking at them, and I thought, oh, they're kind of cute. And then I saw this pair of earrings. I cannot wait till Christmas to wear these. They're mismatched ugly Christmas sweater earrings. And I absolutely love them. Stay still so you don't make the world seasick. They're jingling around so much, you're probably getting seasick trying to look at them. But I just thought they were so cute. So yeah, I've got earrings. I got another pair of earrings to wear at Christmas time. I love them. I love the ugly Christmas sweater theme. So my ugly Christmas sweater earrings. Perfect. So that was our adventures for this morning. So that was a lot of fun. So, and I ordered some yarn last night for the new Stephen West Twists and Turns Mystery Shawl Knit Along that'll be starting up next month. So I haven't bought the pattern yet, but that was just the pattern, and the kits from Stephen and Penelope became available this morning, like five or 6 hours ago. So, but I went online and I went to Holst Garn in Denmark and ordered skeins of yarn in the colors that I think I want to make my shawl in. So I ordered that last night, and because I've done two out of the three Stephen West mystery shawls that I've done in Holst Super Soft, and I love it. So I want to, first one was done in pinks and a cream color. The second one I did, it was done in purples and pink and a tan. This one will be in gray and blue, 2 shades of blue and a medium gray. So I'm excited for that to start. That's not for another month, but I will film an unboxing video once I get the yarn comes in. I'll film that. So I think that's all I need to talk about today. I'm in a very talkative mood. Sorry. So anyway, so my one finished object, some more progress on my sweater, information about the giveaway, and I'll put all the information about the giveaway in the description box below so you can double check that. But good luck to everyone who enters, and I'll shut up now after I say this. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I will see you guys again in a week. Bye!